What is going on, guys? Vibe here and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I have for you my eagerly anticipated 4-1-2-1-2 formation guide. Obviously this was my favourite formation last year by a considerable margin. I really liked 4-1-2-1-2 narrow last year. I played it really aggressively. We played press after possession last. We played fast build up. We let the fullbacks bomb forward. And we also played get forward on both of the centre mids. So all we had back was our CDM and our two centre backs. This year, that does not work as well because of how easy it is to counter attack and how, I don't really know why it doesn't work as well. But if you get your fullback seriously exposed on this game, there's a big issue. That's what I found anyway, personally. But I do still think the formation is really good. I mean, it offers something quite nice. Especially in champs. I used this last weekend. And the most important things to have in this formation, you've got to make sure you have a really good cam who's very good at passing. Bamba is going to be that for us in this formation. You've got to make sure your two centre mids are good at attacking. So we've got Nkunku, who's okay at attacking. Great passer, which is really important as well. And we've got Paul Pogba as well, who is, he's a bit too slow for my liking. And obviously I'm running the road to glory, so I can't really change this. But he is good going forward, He's got 5-star skills. And yeah, he's okay at what he does. The CDM as well has to be quick, nimble, can move around the puck fast. That's what we've got with N'Golo Kante. Got to be okay at passing. I'd prefer somebody better at passing than Kante here. But obviously we don't have that available to us right now. Last year, I used Renato Sanchez there for a long time, and he was very good, just because of how quick he was, how good his passing was, how high his agility and balance was. So the key stats for this area are good defending, good agility and balance to move quickly, good pace, and good passing as well if you can get it. But make sure you cover all the things before that first, and that's really important to have on your CDM in this formation because he's the most important player in the team, basically. For the cam, as I've already said, they've got to have good passing, but even more so, you've got to make sure they have at least 4-star, 4-star. I'd prefer 5-star, 5-star here. I used Neymar here last year, the entire year, and he was so good. So yeah, if you can get 5-star, 5-star there, you'll have a field day at cam. But that's all of the things really covered that are really important in terms of the players, really. Just make sure you have fast fullbacks as well, right? With good physical. And we have that in abundance here with Tav and Mendy. But getting into the tactics now, lads. What we have is something a little bit different to what I used last year. If you guys followed me last year, you'll know that this was on press after possession loss. This was on fast build up. But we can't run that this year, right? So what we've gone for, we've still gone for a press tactic, which is press on heavy touch. There's a lot of heavy touches on this game due to the hyper motion. So this is the next best thing after press after possession loss. If you use press after possession loss in this formation specifically, what will happen is you'll just get caught out so quickly. A stupid ball over the top, you know them balls, the L1 double triangles, and you'll be done out straight away. So that's why we've gone on pressure on heavy touch. As you will find, you do with the ball a lot more when you've got this on, and it's not as risky, Still has a bit of risk to it. Nowhere near as much as after possession or so. So that is why we run that. Width is 50 on the defensive side. Reason being, so we can deal with the wing and we're still somewhat compact to deal with the people in the middle. Obviously, the players like playing different ways. Some people prefer going through the middle. Other players like going wide. So we want to keep this balanced if we can to support that kind of, play style difference. So that's why that's on 50. Moving on to our depth, we want this a bit higher in this formation, as this formation is an aggressive formation, right? This is the formation that you will use when you're chasing a game, or if you're really confident in a game, that you're dominating. Switch into this, or start with this, if you're very confident. Switch into this, and the depth is high. Make sure you have fast centre-backs to play like this. We do in Kimpembe and Koundé. And the thing you'll get with this is, you're kind of playing into the pressure tactics that we've got on, which is pressure on heavy touch, to just kind of like zoom forward, get the ball quickly, and be very, very aggressive. But one thing I do want to say as well, none of these other tactics work for this. It has to be pressure on heavy touch, not balanced. Balance just doesn't work in this formation and never has, in my opinion. So make sure you do play on press on heavy touch. Depth is that high because we are playing aggressive anyway, and you need fast centre-backs to play like this. I actually played 70 last year, and just because my centre-backs aren't as fast as they were last year, obviously I ran a pay-to-win last year. This year I'm not. So we've had to drop this down a little bit, because our centre-backs aren't as quick. If you have players like Lacroix and St. Just, go for like 75 and just play into the aggression that we're going for here. But if you do have a bit slower centre-backs that are still relatively quick, like we do, 60 is fine. Build-up play, obviously last year we were on fast build-up. You can still try this if you want. It just doesn't work for me this year. I don't know why. I don't mind it. I'll probably have another 4-1-2-1-2 setup where I'm using this. But because I'm starting in this formation, unless you're absolutely dominating a game, you're 0-0 and you're dominating a game and you just want to get the goal, stick this on. If it's 0-0, stick this on, go and get the goal, and then turn this off. It doesn't work as a constant tactic this year, which is a big shame because I loved it in FIFA 21. It just doesn't work on this FIFA, personally, for me. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But yeah, this is not for me this year. Slow build up, it goes completely against the kind of style the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow plays in. Balanced is the best for us, just for what we're going for. Long ball's actually okay for this if you put it on with forward runs. But I don't think through balls are good enough along the floor anyway to make this tactic viable right now. And obviously, yeah, fast build up as well. We've already covered that. And slow build up just is not. It's just so counterintuitive to this formation that it's not worth playing. Forward runs as well is kind of the thing that I've changed for the fast build up. So basically, when you get into the final third here, or you're with your CDM, your players are making runs, confusing the opposition. It's exactly what we want with this formation, right? We want our centre mids to get involved. We want our cam to get involved. We want our strikers to help out. We want our fullbacks involved when we get up the pitch. And that's exactly what we've got here. And that is why we are running forward runs on that. In terms of the width, this has always been something I do with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I sometimes, even in FIFA 21, what I've done is I played this on 1. This year, I don't want to play it on 1 just because I'm not as confident with the formation. I'm still very confident with it. It's probably my third formation or my second right now. I'm just trying to learn it a bit more. But, last year I played this on 1. This year, I just can't risk it just yet. If you do go to 1, you are playing so direct. We're already playing direct, right? It's a narrow formation. You're going to be playing direct regardless. You might as well drop this down. As it's the attacking width, you want to play direct and straight through the middle anyway. So having this a bit lower than 50 just allows the team to be a bit more compact when you're attacking and play through the middle instead of going wide, which is what we want. And when we get into the instructions, you'll see why we've got this on. Players in the box have this relatively high just because of the byline stuff. I've covered this so much now. The reason to have this higher is just so when you do get the opportunity to get done wide, there's a lot of players in the box for you waiting for the cutback to score an easy goal. Corners, free kicks, just have this on 2 so you don't get hit on the break from corners too hard. Or have it on 1, it's up to you, but nothing above 2 for this. Moving into the instructions now. On Ronaldo and Rashford, who are our 2 strikers, we've got them both on stay central, getting behind, conservative, and stay forward. Reason they're on conservative, we don't want them to be tackling when the opposition is building out. We just want them to be there ready in case we do get a lucky interception or the pressure on heavy touch works as we expect it to. And when we get the ball back, let's say, for example, with Bamba, somehow tackles them, Ronaldo and Rashford are in good position straight away to, kind of break out and get a goal. That is why they're on conservative. Stay central is because we're already narrow anyway. There's no point in them drifting wide or unbalanced, just because we don't want them to drift wide at all. We want them staying direct into the middle of the park. Getting behind for obvious reasons, they're very fast, they're very powerful, these 2 strikers, and we're already playing into that kind of getting behind meta here anyway. Bamba, stay forward, put this on 100%, you need this on. If not, the cam takes up very strange positions. Kind of plays like left centre mid with Nkunku. It's very, very odd. Stay forward is so important on the cam in this formation. And obviously they've got to have good passing and be good at dribbling. And if you can get 5-star here, you'll have a joy with this. Left centre mid is on balanced and everything balanced here. He is your dictator. He's the guy making the passes work, spreading the ball, playing the great passes. That's why we've got Nkunku there. Great passing ability on him with 93 passing. And then what we've got here on Pogba is get forward, kind of to make this like a foreign attack. I would prefer somebody better than Pogba here. What I did do last year, and it does work this year, I've said year so many times in this video. I apologise for that. But yeah, what I did used to do is I used to put like a striker here. So for example, last year what I would have done is I would have put Rashford here and played with a different striker up front. And that worked a treat last year. It does work very, very well this year that I found anyway. And what you want to do is maybe somebody like Benzema, for example, who's very, very good at passing, good finisher, good at dribbling as well, and a physical presence in the midfield. That can work really well for you. If you can get that to work, maybe like an Arnautovic here would be awesome. And just make sure you put whoever your right centre mid is on get forward. And if you don't like the right centre mid, you don't like this side of the park being the one you want on get forward, just change it to balanced here and get forward here on a Benzema or your more attacking midfielder. You can do that whichever side you really prefer. You can go down here, but we're going to put Pogba on it just because we prefer Pogba. In terms of the two attacking midfielders, we want him to be the one that goes forward, helps out the attack more often. With the centre mid next to him being the dictator and the playmaker, basically, creating the good passes and controlling the game for us. In terms of the CDM, stay back and cover centre. It's very, very important that you have him on stay back and cover centre. Cover centre, reason being, we've got our wide areas covered with our fullbacks. So he is the most important player in the team to help out the centre halves, whilst the fullbacks have got the width covered. Your fullbacks are your entire width here, in terms of defending, in terms of building up the play, in terms of actually getting to the final third. It's all on your fullbacks. So make sure you have options on the bench to replace your fullbacks for other fullbacks, and you also have very, very decent fullbacks, that are good at attacking, can pass the ball well, and we've got that in abundance here with R2, and they're both on balanced only. Played this the entirety of FIFA 21, loved it, find it to work really, really well. You can create overloads very, very nicely, so that is why they are both on balanced. And yeah, boys, this is it really. Both, the centre backs don't have anything on them. If you are confident and you have very, very fast centre backs, put these both on step up, and also put your fullbacks on step up. If I can find that tactic there, there we go, like that. When the game develops a bit more and you get better players in the back line, this will work really, really well. But obviously right now I'm not going to risk doing that. But you can do it if you are super duper confident and you do like this formation a lot, which I think you guys will. My favourite formation in previous years, one of my favourites this year as well. I find it to work really, really well. In terms of what I was saying earlier about having the striker here, so Benzema pops in there, and then what we do is, because we've already got Pogba, who's quite decent at defending, what we'll do then is we'll make Pogba the dictator, and then we'll put Benzema as to get forward, kind of like fourth attacker to help us out. But yeah, boys, that is it for the tactics, really. What we're going to do now is we're going to get into a game of it in the Elite Division, and yeah, see how we get on. Let's get into it. All right, boys, we're going into a game of Champs Qualies because I couldn't get a game in Elite Rivals. Decent team from this guy. He's got Ruben Dias. He's got Bruno Fernandes. Let's get into the game and see how we get on. All right, lads. So first things first, I'm going to bring you back straight away. I just want to. Okay. I was going to show you something, but I'm going to show you. The fullbacks are your best friend here, right? People like Alphonso Davies as a rule breaker and things like that are huge if you can get them. As you can see there, this is all came through the fullback. We've missed a chance. I've choked it. But yeah, that's where you're going to get most of your joy. Very nice on Kimpembe. Okay. This game's on a rigging today. But yeah, your fullbacks are your best friend. Don't be afraid to use them constantly. Keep switching the play between them. As they are going to be so important in this formation for you, okay? It's nice from Kante. This game's a bit messy right now. Brilliant from Tav. And Kunku's got a bit of time here to make his decision. We go back to Tav. And if you look on the map, you can see Mendy's already up here ready to go, right? That's why having good fullbacks is so important. And don't be afraid as well if you need to. Just go back to your midfielders. Look how many players you got forward. As long as you can play the correct pass here, boys. Which we can't right now. There it is. It's good football, this. Shane Rashford is absolutely dog. But yeah, that's what you're going to get with this formation, right? You're going to have a lot of dominance in the final third. Pick your right passes. And yeah, you'll have a field day, really. To Tav. Let's try and drive with Tav. A lot of L2 needs to be done there as well, lads, with your fullbacks. We're waiting for Tav to go. Can we find him? Kante can. We've got so much joy down here in this game, lads. I don't know if you're going to see it all. Because I've choked a lot of opportunities. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful goal, that, boys. It all came from Tavernier. Using our fullback well. Making sure we're not getting countered as well by playing off side traps quite a lot. We're 1-0 up. This guy isn't a bad player, to be fair. Obviously, Tav has been the man of the match so far, by far. So, that's the importance of the fullbacks in this formation. I should have stressed that before we got into the gameplay. But, yeah, the fullbacks are so good in this formation, right? We're going to drive out here. And this is where you get the directness. Marcus Rashford back into Pogba. Pogba's going to back. What on earth's happened there? Bamba! Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, he's had a stinker, hasn't he? What? How on earth is... Bro, his Alisson has kept him in this game, man. Unbelievable. We're at half-time, boys. How I'm not winning this game 3 or 4-0 is beyond me. The XG is silly. I've dominated this game fully. One thing I want to say as well is your SPC cards, that, you know, that especially the rule breakers that have a lot of pace, can go and play at fullback. I'm going to showcase this in the second half here. You can use them really well at fullback, so don't be afraid to do that either. They are very good down there. That went out. Nice. There goes Nkunku. That's unlucky. Well done. Well done. That all came from the press after possession loss. Oh, sorry, not the press after possession loss. The press on heavy touch. And using the fullback well as well there, which is quite nice. And yeah, we're 2-0 up, boys. Very comfortable, dominant performance here. Well done, Breyer. And Nkunku again. I'm going to try and use him here. Into him we go again. Nkunku. Good play from Nkunku there. Awful pass from Bamba. He's got the ball back though. That's a nice pass from Bamba. Into Ronaldo. Ronaldo! His Alisson's on crack, boys. Nothing to worry about there. Nice. We've got Parejo making that run now. We're going to bait that out. Go down there. And then we're going to find Parejo, who's in acres out here. Into Marcus Rashford. Rashford might bottle that. He hasn't, and I've readied it. There we go, boys. 3-0. All of the goals came from the fullbacks. Which is obviously what I was talking about. And I think this guy's given up now, has he? There's no need to be weird about it, mate. It looks like he's given up. Yeah, he's given up. Okay. Has he? Yeah, okay. He's given up, boys. Yeah, dominant performance, though. 1-0 in FUT Champs now. This guy wasn't a bad player. He's just been a bit childish now. But guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like on it. And you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. That's going to be it from me for now, lads. So take care.